My name's Dr. James Aversa. I've been in practice for over 30 years, doing very well. It's a busy practice. Recently hired an associate. So I have been practicing at around 30 plus years, and in the past 8 years, I started to take on NeuroVisual medicine. So I learned about it from a radio show, incorporated it into the office, and it's been a great experience. It's a win-win for the practice and for the patients. I primarily learned it from a colleague, Dr. Gary Gerber, who ran the power practice. He used to have a radio talk show every week. Dr. Debbie speaking on the show, she spoke of virtually changing people's lives with prescribing Prism for imbalances, and that intrigued me. I'm very driven by latest technology, state-of-the-art type of techniques in practice. I got inspired to do it, and I decided to go out and train with her. So BVD, or binocular vision dysfunction, is just the simple fact that your eyes don't work well together. They're slightly misaligned. And in school, we learned to see big misalignments. And what Debbie's determined is micro misalignments. We bring on many symptoms, including dizziness, headaches, anxiety, stress. Patients don't know they have it, and they seek out our help for it. The number one thing that always comes to mind is asking the patient if they get car sick. When there's a lot of sensory information going by in their visual field or peripheral vision, they can't deal with that when their eyes are not balanced. They just get very uncomfortable. Interestingly, they go to other doctors. They go to neurologists and ENT doctors. They are evaluated by them and they find nothing wrong. And the patient still is uncomfortable, and they end up seeing me typically with the website or from Dr. Debbie's referral. Many of us have misaligned eyes, but the portion of us that compensate don't have the symptoms. These patients don't compensate well. Those are the ones that get car sick as children. I had a young kid the other day, he didn't know what was going on. He gave up his job. He was an engineer. He couldn't look at a computer. He came for the evaluation and did very well. And he was like, I could see he was bent up with emotion. He goes, I've been suffering like this for 4 years, and he couldn't understand why he had to deal with this. It was pretty emotional. It's just pretty changing. It's like epiphany, like hitting that sweet spot where you get them balanced. Many times they come in and they walk for you tentatively because they're not sure their footing. And then as soon as you balance them with the Prism, their gait picks up, their speed. And I see them walking and looking around. I said, I just hit it. And that's my magic moment. Not everyone is simple, because we work with the eyes, the vestibular system, a little bit with chiropractic and proprioception and feeling. So there are multitudes of reasons for people to be dizzy. But I always say to them, if your eyes are part of it, why not get rid of that issue and then deal with the other things? But many times we get a lot of success with the eyes. We have a good background, we're trained well. This is just adding more of a nuance to your practice and become more of a practitioner of a holistic approach, as opposed to sort of just only dealing with the eyes. That's the take home with it. So Prism just moves the image. So if the eyes are not lining up well, typically vertically, if one eye's up and one's down, and when they start to look at an object, this has to come down, this has to come up, and that causes stress and tension to the system. We're just moving the image up or down to relax the eye muscles. Once we relax them, your balance kicks in and you feel at ease. It just takes away the stress to the visual system. And that's what I do each time. They feel balanced, grounded. I have people, when they put the Prism on, they walk, they say, I just feel more grounded. We're trained in optometry school about muscle imbalances, and we're trained to deal with large amounts of treating it with Prism. But the difference with this is that little imbalance wreaks havoc on their system. Used to kind of measure it and put it in, but it didn't always work. Like when I went to train, I just saw these big changes in people. And I was out at Dr. Debbie's, and people came in so disrupted in their life. I almost thought they were actors when I was there for that week. I said, this can't be real. They were just altering their lives like that. And I love people. I'd like to hear what they have to say, and I like to help them. When I saw that, I said, I have to go for this. It seems like it's really great to help you practice and help your patients with that. And I'm happy that I did it. Wonderful. Dr. Debbie and Dr. Mark are great people. They want you to succeed, and they go through all the step-by-step approach to it as far as how it is incorporated to your office, the coding and so forth, and the setup and the special prisms that you need. They're all very open to dialogue. We correspond with each other periodically. They don't just train you and leave you alone. You're in a group of people, doctors, practitioners that do this. There's interesting webinars that you learn more about. So the best thing to do is to call a number of the practitioners in the list on the website. That's what I did. I called them, and they'll say pretty much what I said. Their experiences are wonderful. You're helping people. And I think we all, as healthcare practitioners, that's what our goal is. And this just gives you another specialty, and it's a wonderful specialty because you really make a huge difference with people. They can call me anytime, and I'll go over my experience with them. I think that gives you a lot of credibility. And it's growing, the network's growing, so there's more people to contact.